won't you write something against bullying? And I'm like, uh, she like, write something against bullying. Mind you, I never stepped outside of that. You know, so I went in my room and I sat in my room like, instead of writing a whole actual book on it, I'm gonna write a children's book. And I want to write a children's book in a sense of with the animals, because the animals are going to resonate to everybody, every race, you know, every walk and every creed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, we can write a book with the black kids and all that. We love them, but I want even the white kids to understand, because even if their parents is not raising them as racist, then they can still read it. I want the Indian kids, the Asian kids, because America has found a way to separate everybody into groups, you know. So I wanted my book to resonate. So I sat in my cell. Mind you, I was on a tier by myself for 2.5 years with no human contact, you know. And when I came out the next day and I read the actual book, it only took me like 2 hours to write the kids' book. It's about 32 pages. And she actually, if she didn't cry, she was on the verge of crying, you know. And because the kids' book is geared towards to help those understand that you're not promoting or teaching violence. You are promoting and teaching protecting oneself. You know, you want your children to be able to protect themselves against anything that may come their way from this lifestyle. You know, and that's what's going on. People are so hard up into trying to tell their kids not to fight back. So you telling me how my kids just gonna get beat up and kicked, the teeth get kicked out their mouth and everything by a bully, by someone who's not stronger than they because their child wasn't taught right, so he wanted to take it out on my child. So I'm wrong for teaching my child how to defend themselves. The world don't work like that. The world ain't gonna keep telling them yes, 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 yes. So that's why I wrote the book called The Turtle Who Got Bullied. And with God's will, in the next couple of weeks or the next week or two, I'm gonna have something for them to see that. I'm gonna have my books out. I'm gonna have things so people can see that the things that I'm saying out of my mouth is actual fact. You know, we've been having a little struggle that you know, but so did Job. Who am I to complain when Job? They took everything from Job. The devil took everything from Job. Wife, kids, house, health, everything. And he still persevered. And and what's crazy is God gave the devil permission to do it. Testing, testing. And that's where, and I believe in the fork in the road. People don't understand the fork in the road. When you're walking down the fork in the road, you go left or you can go right. And the fork in the road means even if you decide to go left, another fork is going to start. You always have an opportunity to go back right. Another fork starts. Nobody understands that concept. The fork in the road is not just one fork. You have other forks that's gonna, whatever path you take, another one gonna come. You're gonna continue to be tested. He wants to know that the person that he has that's calling him the father is that my child. You know, so I just try to write things in my books, not promoting or accepting violence. I try to let people know this is the environment that we are in, and if we accept that as what a fact, then you can start transcending and growing from that. But when you in denial and you start to act like, oh no, 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 it don't exist, it's just me. Nah, accept truth. Truth was not meant to make you feel good. It just meant. And that's what I stand on. I stand on truth. I read a quote before, and dude said, in a world of lies, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. You know what I mean? Everybody lying to each other for whatever reason. For like I'm not doing no lying. I don't have the energy. Like you said, it takes so much to hate. That's a lot of energy to sit here and hate a motherfucker that you don't even know, never did nothing to you. None of that. That's a lot of energy. And people, when even when it comes, not to promote one thing, even when it comes to the white people, they say they age differently and stuff like that. That's because they was, for whatever reason, they was raised to hate. And, you know what I mean? So that took a lot of energy from them. Unless they realize that shit ain't about nothing. Then you start seeing the youth in them. You start seeing the smiles in them. You start seeing the human in them. But if they was raised that way and it wasn't conducive to their heart, you see the age in them so fast. They could be 40 looking 55. You know what I mean? And same thing with blacks. You know what I mean? They could be 35 looking every bit of 50 because they are allowed so much things to bring them down. You know what I mean? And to take their energy and push it. And that, nah, we're not gonna do that. They told me like, yo, you still look like, you know, and I smiled. Yeah. Because we are loving people by nature. You know, even with all the hate that we obtain and all the nonsense that we have going on, we still find a way to still love. You know what I mean? And that's why. Because we the only probably race on this planet that have a really excuse to be mad as hell. Come on over. Yeah, I'm on it right now, bro. Talk to my little brother. It's straight. You know, it's like that in prison. We like that in prison, right? And when you come in the prison system, even to this day, you could come into the prison system right now, and a black person will look at you as if you robbed his mother, his cousin, and everything. Before he give you a soap, before he give you a rag, before he give you anything to make sure you okay when you first walk in, because you don't have nothing. You know what I mean? In every other race, they pull up on their people and all that. Black people in prison is probably the worst people, and it's sad, you know. And they continuously doing it. It's becoming a cycle. Tell him to go on live though. To go on her live. Tanya Champagne. Then I said, hey, he can't pull up on the website. Stop pulling up. We on it right now. Where they gotta go to media? When you go to GS, you go to media. I know, I'm saying, but once you get on that site, yeah, my brother trying to get on right now. He can't get on. Tell him he can stay right here then. Just stay right here. Just stay right here, bro. Just stay right here and listen. Just stay right here. The GS radio. And she got it on her live too.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can see you.
Hold on.
Oh, all right. So we got great GSR video.
He said go to GSR Radio Media. Video Media.
Hold on. DSR.
Oh, it's on it though? It's on video. It's on video. That's what's popping up. Nah, he popping it up. My brother, my brother found it, and now my other brother trying to find it right now. Nah, hold on, little bro, about to tell you right now. Hold on. All right, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. My little bro, who the face right now, he's the face, right? That's little Albial, right? And then we got little Brazio. We're gonna play one from Albial. Play the first one from Albial first, and then we're gonna play Brazio next. I'm gonna let you pick, Queen. Pick one from Albial. You got two of them. Pick one.
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah. You know, Albial, man, that's my little bro. You know, everything that we're promoting is coming from family. Brazio, I play left on my live. That's little bro left. Then I got my little son Torque. For whatever reason, it didn't land on you. Who Brazio? I know you put Brazio. You play Brazio on the reel that you put out. No, you put him on the reel. When we was going through, okay, all right, okay. That was Brazio or Torque. Now Torque is TORQUE, yeah, .TV. He make videos, he make films and all that. So go to him on Instagram. You know what I mean? And then you got Brazio. You know what I mean? He's on Instagram too. You have Albial, he's on Instagram. And you got Lil Left. Left is trying to fix his Instagram right now. But he got an Instagram joint too. You know what I mean? So, and we got Sunny Breeze. We got Mac Montega. You know, that we're gonna get to that on the next time we come back. You feel what I'm saying? But those are at the forefront right now. We have others, but those are the forefront right now. So you can play Albial right now. Yeah. There you go.
I'm a drug addict. I gotta show him with this rocket, feel like I'm Hakeem. Lil' bro got a shot, he feel like Danny Green. Hit you from the corner, Nick, by any means. Soon as I put my coat on, tuck it in my jeans. Hit a new bitch off the honey, tryna break a spleen. Like why you posting on the gram, you tryna make a scene. You know it's death before the sign and nothing in between. Killed the op on Ramadan, he had to break his deen. Step for law, 100,000 on his car. Bitch, I'm John Gotti, got the same rules as the mob. Put your brains on the wall, put in pain for my dogs. Walk a nigga down, I ain't gon' lie, I kinda jog. Bitch, I'm so up, you need a telescope. Fuck these op niggas, cause they hella broke. If I ain't make it with this rap shit, I be selling coke. Yola, take a vacation, shit, and never post. I can't post that bitch, wake up to mimosa shit. I've been crossed by some niggas I was the closest with. So when you tell a nigga you love him, man, I hope it's this. Glock got a 30 clip, nigga, I'm focused, bitch. I'm getting motion sick. I'm on that yacht with two bad bitches. Same niggas said I wouldn't, now they ass kissing. Daddy went #1 so I could bag different. Can't play the hood every day cause my bag different. No new friends, my niggas been around. Low run on his way, he knock like is you mad? Bitches wasn't checking for me when I was doing bad. Just bought another watch when I could've bought a Jag. All these niggas watching me, I'm thinking that they fag. Think that bitch regular, you think that bitch bad. Blood, sweat, and tears, ask about me, I been through hell and back. Dissing on the dead, now you dead, go ahead, tell them that. Ask about the last op we caught, got it smelling crack. We the ones who catch them rappers lacking, then we sell it back. Come here, come here. Man, these rap niggas weak. They know I'm giving them. They wanna be around me. Chillin' with this rocket, feel like I'm Hakeem. Lil' bro got a shot, he feel like Danny Green. Hit you from the corner, Nick by any means. Soon as I put my coat on, tuck it in my jeans. Hit a new bitch off the honey, tryna break her spleen. Like why you posting on the gram, you tryna make a scene. You know it's death before the sign and nothing in between. Killed the op on Ramadan, he had to break his deen. Step for law, step for law. 100,000 on this car. 100,000 on this car, man. Who went in with the squad? We the motherfucking mob, nigga. We the motherfucking gang.
You gave me this type of look like you knew something. I did something towards you, the nigga do something. I'm big bro, so don't be talking to me like you something. You gave me this type of look like you knew something. I did something towards you, the nigga do something. I'm big bro, nigga, don't talk to me like you something. You strapped down, but don't be talking like you flew something. You gave your mans up. I guess you never on your toes cause you ain't stand up. All this shit over, bitch, cause you ain't band up. Peanut butter ass nigga jammed your man up. I done lost a couple fights, but I won a couple wars. I done left my blueprints on a couple niggas' doors. I was running from the law after I did a couple chores. I done told my bitch I love her when her friend just sucked me off. If you tellin', then I know you ain't tucked from my type of cloth. You ain't spinning like a top, then you ain't off the shit we off. I was realer than niggas before I jumped off grandma porch. Love my day ones, and me and most of all them niggas fought. Niggas making up a life, but they ain't walk the way I walk. So when they rap, they never gon' talk the way I talk. See right here, remember when I almost lost my dog? Still a corner dog until these niggas knock me up my paws. Got a loyalty for my niggas that you ain't got for yours. Like I'm bustin', you ain't ducking, you backing me up with yours. I remember back when niggas tried to knock me out my goals. They had a crowd, but you the one that made the big applause. You gave me this type of look like you knew something. I did something towards you, then nigga do something. I'm big bro, nigga, don't talk to me like you something. You strapped down, but don't be talking like you flew something. You gave your mans up. I guess you never on your toes cause you ain't stand up. All this shit over, bitch, cause you ain't band up. Peanut butter ass nigga jammed your man up. About a nigga with a top position and I made it count. Popped out on the op block and I made it out. 10 bands, why they think I'm flexing, that's to pay the amount. He a rap killer, sooner or later they gon' take him out. Duke and Chubb had twin Cadillacs. Me and Flock was adding racks. We was by the park, trying to stash the pack. Always paid the plug, had them tucked. How they mad at that? DH had the world screaming brim. Hoes is mad attached. Niggas biting off my energy, still ain't get it right. Said his tape about to smoke the city, still ain't get a light. Fool walk around his head down like who gon' get the kite? Nigga probably checking by the night cause he ain't getting right. Niggas worry about designing clothes like them Prada hoes. Best thing about your video was that Prada robe. Niggas say they are what they ain't, I know a lot of those. Nigga had it right there in my face, I swear to God he froze.
First one was I'll Be Out. Yeah, first one was I'll Be Out. Second one was Brazio. And the next time we get on, you're gonna have Left, you're gonna have Torque, you're gonna have, I'm gonna try to get Sunny Breeze, cause that's a little sus. Sunny Breeze go hard, you know what I mean? And you got Mac Montego, and you got the rest of the family. That what we're trying to do is, I'm gonna, the name Kofa, Sankofa, what I did was break it down. And the name means keep our family authentic. So what that saying means that In order for me to succeed, I have to make sure that my family succeed. You feel what I'm saying? I can't go all the way over here and do something for someone else and my family is hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Then we got the little brother that's coming out of Florida named Fever. You feel what I'm saying? He's been making his moves. Then you got Cheney. Cheney coming out of Florida, but he's in Georgia right now. That's the one I told you that's signed to Boosie right now. He got a nice movement. He doing what he do. You know, Cheney badass. That's what he calling himself on Instagram. So, little bro doing this thing. Good little bro. You know what I mean? So, what I'm trying to do is show them that I'm proud of them. You feel what I'm saying? I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the stuff that they made, even though, you know, all they're speaking on is the environment that they come from. You feel what I'm saying? And what they're trying to do is show that I can come from that environment and still make it and still not be stupid. You know, and we're not trying to have no rest in peace shirts on our back. You feel what I'm saying? We're trying to have a picture of their children. He just had he had a baby, so we're gonna have a baby on there. That's the t-shirts we want to have. You know what I mean? We don't want to have a t-shirt with him on it talking about he died. Congratulations t-shirts. That's what we want to have. We're so tired of having t-shirts that's representative of death. You know what I mean? And the shirt that I'm wearing right now is called The Foundation, and that's because of the king. On the chest piece. The king. The king. You know what I mean? The king and the chest piece. The foundation. You know what I mean? Because it starts from the king, and once the king go to the queen, she makes the prince and the princesses. You feel what I'm saying? So he's the foundation. You know what I mean? And I have the t-shirt behind me called The Ghost. That's the bishop. Because you don't see him coming. You know what I mean? And then you got the t-shirts called Most Valuable Piece. Most Valuable, and that's the queen on the chessboard. You know what I mean? Then you have the pawn. The pawn is most underrated because people think you could just use a pawn and do what you want to do, but the pawn is willing. Those are your army on the front line. So how do you treat them less than what they are? You got to respect their sacrifice too. Every true king, you got to get past them. If you can't get past the pawn, then your army ain't on nothing. You know what I mean? And my pawn is willing to sacrifice himself to make sure that I'm okay. So I disrespect that. You know what I mean? And people don't understand the concept of chess. People know how to play it and master it, but do you have the concept of it? You know what I mean? The next book that I'm going to drop is called Manipulation by Blood. And in that book, the whole chess mantra is inside that book. You know, the young brother was raised by his mother. The mother was power hungry. You know what I mean? And in her sense of being power hungry, she was mad at her husband, who was the king. And she felt like she told the king how to get to where he's at now. And the king said, nah, you too power hungry, so I'm not gonna. And she said, okay, so she sent her son to go kill him. You know what I mean? Oh, you don't like what I did for you? And you tried to hurt me in the sense of doing what you doing? Okay, I'm gonna send you the closest thing that I could get to you, and that's your son, your oldest born, that's named after you. She sent him to kill him. You know what I mean? And it's called Manipulation by Blood. And people thought because I'm blood or used to be or whatever, however you want to term it, you know what I mean? It was about being a blood. Nah. Blood comes in different formats. The people that love you the most is probably the worst people in your life. You know, and that's sad. And so that's what Manipulation by Blood is about to drop no less than about a month. I'm picking a certain date, that representation. My mother's birthday is in August 18th. And then you have my birthday, which is in September 16th. So when that book is done, then it's going to drop on one of those days. You know what I mean? But we have the come up. The come up is geared towards It's about 4 young ones that the oldest one, he got tired of going through what he went through. It's based on loosely on true events about my life at that time. It's called The Come Up. And I'm trying to drop that, and how to keep your kids away from gangs. How to keep the kids away from gangs is gonna drop the same time that The Come Up drops. I have The Come Up right now. Hold up. I have The Come Up right now. This is The Come Up. The Come Up, you see the young ones with the guns and all that. They was trying to come up. They was tired of their situations, and they never did nothing to nobody innocent. They robbed the ones who was doing to the bad. You know what I mean? You know.
They was like robbing. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You took from us in the hood. You came up. Now it's time for us to come up. That's the story of them. It's the little brother. It's the big brother, the little brother, the baby mother, and the wife.
Okay.
4 of them. And it's a part 2. You know what I mean? The part 2 is called Killer Girls. And part 3 is called Killer Boys.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I just tried to, because it made me feel so good that I had other things outside of being in the streets that I went crazy with writing. It's like I went crazy on the streets. I went crazy with writing. Yeah, it made me feel so good because I know it came from him.
Right.
He wanted to save my life. He wanted to save my life, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it because at that time and at that point, I thought that's all I knew. And he told me, "Nah, you know more."
Or whatever they're doing, it's the thing that they have those things to fall back on, because a lot of times it is about about finding something else that you can do, because I left the whole alone and all of that stuff too. My whole purpose was, look, I gotta find something to do, and I'm gonna find children. So I'm going to pour into the lives of children. So that basically what I started doing, working at the Recreation Center, and doing a whole hip hop dance program, the model program, and all of that stuff. And that's what it was about. I started pouring myself into those systems because that was my outlet. Whether they know it or not, although I was, it's like, well, you take my life, and I'm like, you guys don't even know how much y'all
saved my life. That's a fact. That's a fact. When I hear the young ones tell me, like, big bro, we love you, man. Like, you was a pivotal point in my life when I met you. And I said, it wasn't just that I was doing that for you. It helped me also. To see you turn into a man and not dead and none of that, because we lost so many. So to see you at that point that you've made it, that makes me feel good. That makes me, and I try to tell dudes confuse the fact of being an OG. When dudes say they're OG and they're not doing anything to help, then I don't want to listen to that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, you're trying to use the OG terminology for your benefit. The definition of an OG is original gangster. That means that a man that came from being a thug, an outlaw, whatever, he ended up surviving and he became a gangster. So now being a gangster means that he's not going to use his position to continue to promote bullshit.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because he know better. An OG is not meant to be your father. He's not meant to be anything less than an advisor to make sure that the hurdles that you see that's coming in front of you, you're able to jump over them and survive that hurdle. That's what the terminology of an OG means. It's like being a coach. It's like being a coach. Because a lot of guys confuse it because they feel like they made it to 45, 50, then they have the right to take their misery and pass it on to the next one. No, a real OG, where the terminology came from, he gonna try to talk to the young ones like this ain't something you want to do. You see all these marks and scars I got on me? That's because I was able to make it. You don't want that on you. A chick don't want to rub all up on you and your skin rough. You got keloids everywhere. You got bullet wounds everywhere. She don't want to rub all up on that. Like, you got 90 holes in you. There's bullets everywhere. Like, you got stab wounds all on your neck and on your, man, come on, man. Like, a real one gonna say, man, you do not want, you see this sliced down my face, you see this shit across my, like, you don't want to be around that. You don't want to be around that. You know what I mean? Word. That's a fact. Hey Queen, do you know the part in the movie of Justice, was it Justice League, when the Joker told Harley Quinn? He said, "Oh," he said, "Would you die for me?" She was like, "Yeah, yeah." He said, "Hold up. Let me change that. Would you live for me? Because you're no good to me dead." And I've been promoting that before I seen that movie. I don't need you dying for me. I need you alive. I need you healthy because your family needs you too. Dying, you can walk on the street and get hit by a car. You know what I mean? Living is what shows that. Live. Just live.
In so many different ways.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it's coming from my end or yours, but it's, what is it, 9:15 right now? We're gonna set it up to do something else. You know, I'm a working man now. Promote working too. Promote working. I work. I literally have a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? What you mean? You know, my first job ever. Let's say that.
Wow.
First job. I'm 45 years old. First job ever in my life.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So I feel so invigorating and extra. I iron my clothes before I go. You know what I mean? I go in with the energy that everybody now, they know who I am. You know? And I don't hide it. Yeah, I've been gone for 21 years. This is my first job. What I'm hiding it for? When I'm gonna go in there and tell you, oh no, this is my 8th job. I ain't doing all that. That takes too much energy. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't accept me for who I am, I don't want to be around you anyway. You know what I mean? Right. So it would I want to thank you, Queen, for giving me this platform, and we're gonna continue. This is just the beginning, and thank you. Thank you. Yeah, talk that talk. Hey, talk that talk. Yeah, that's a fact. They tried. They tried. They tried. You had the devil. You had Damien. You had Damien minions. Yeah, they tried. That's a fact. Love you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. All right, Queen. Thank you.